Puerto Ricans don't talk about Bruno Mars, that is, a pesar de que él es una peseta puertorriqueño. He is a quarter Puerto Rican and he already headlined the Super Bowl back in 2014. Pero el primer boricua, the first Puerto Rican to actually headline the Super Bowl is still going to be Bad Bunny. Explicoteate eso, because when you look at them in a picture, Peter Jean Hernandez se ve más boricua que Benito. Peter Jean Hernandez, that's his actual name, okay? It sounds very Puerto Rican, at least Filipino. We're not going to deny that the other half of his heritage. Pero look at him. He's 5'5", which is optimal Puerto Rican height. Benito, 5'11", más gringuito. Tú me estás entendiendo. Look at the curly hair. They both share that. La piel, negrita, más oscura. Tú sabes, si coge sol, tú dices, I'm sure he gets super tan, he gets super dark, porque lo tiene en la piel, lo tiene dentro en la sangre. Lo de boricua lo tiene, pero it matters more the culture. Él no es un no sabo solamente. Él es un no quiero saber. He doesn't give a fuck. He was raised in the whole be like Elvis, poppy music, de le gusta bailar, flashy dancing. Very different to what you see Benito is putting out, who was actually raised in Puerto Rico. Bruno, Peter Jean, born in Hawaii, después the parents, his dad, made sure that he was musically inclined. He was in the Arsenio Hall TV show. He did this, he did that. Siempre con esta pinta de que, yo soy blanco, so he is white to Puerto Ricans. We don't hold him under the same standard. I don't give a fuck what Peter Jean Hernandez has to say about politics, because to me, he's not one of us. You can't just be it por sangre, porque lo llevo dentro de mi sangre no significa tres carajos. Tú tienes que demostrar que lo llevas dentro de tu sangre. I don't know what's inside your blood. You gotta tell me. You gotta show me with your actions. Eso es lo que hizo Selena. ¿Tú entiendes que Selena tenía miedo de cantar en español porque ella no sabía hablar español? She was afraid to sing in Spanish because she didn't know how to talk in Spanish. If you watch the documentary, if you look at even the movie back in the day starring J-Lo, who again is another problematic figure where you talk about, is she Puerto Rican, is she not? She is definitely Puerto Rican, pero boricua, I'm not sure. Mi gente latino, tú me estás entendiendo. She's still dating Ben Affleck. That's the most Puerto Rican thing about J-Lo is her choices in men. Porque mira que me vuelve loco. Who's she? Yo no sé. I don't care. That's her personal life. Fuck it. ¿Tú me entiendes? Pero cuestión de speaking up for Puerto Ricans, speaking up about what we should believe in as Puerto Ricans, speaking up about the politics of the island. Ni Bruno Mars, ni fucking Jennifer. I don't count on none of them. Ahora Benito, I feel like I have to count on him. Él sabe. He has made a living off of the culture, which is the problem with J-Lo. Pero Bruno Mars hasn't even tried. I'm lying. He did try. He literally put on a show at some point. I found it. Here it is. Cantando en español. He translated one of his songs. Horribly translated, okay? De que you have to switch it around in order to give the meaning that it has in English. He wasn't told, porque él es un no sabo que no quiere saber. He has the Puerto Rican flag, pero he stopped. We all go through these transitional phases as adults, de que you decide who you're going to be. You gathered all the information about yourself. You gathered all the thoughts that you were going to have, and this is how you want to act when certain things happen, like you become who you want to become. He tried that shit, and then he let it go. He just let it sink and die porque él dijo, I can't fuck with that culture. It's not me. It's not him. And I respect him for that, Hay que tenerle respeto. I don't give a fuck about his politics porque él es blanco. You see, and if we're talking about politics and we're talking about Puerto Ricanism and we're talking about Puerto Ricans in politics in los Estados Unidos, we have to talk about AOC. And I think that she was great. Like, she was great. From where she started, she has a very Jenny from the block type of vibe, but we all see what Jenny became. And again, I love Jennifer Lopez for what she represents. And at the same time, no one's perfect. But politicians, I can't cut you the same type of slack because you're making decisions that have ramifications on millions of people's lives. And you have the potential to some point be at the White House. So I got to look at you different. I don't like gotcha conversations. I don't like it. I don't like going into a conversation sin que tú sepas de qué carajo yo voy a hablar. So every single time that I am watching AOC talk to a corporation, talk to a figure from a corporation, and she's just diverging all of this information that they're supposed to know, that they know that they're evil, ¿verdad? Pero they could be like, I don't know. I don't have that information in front of me. I don't like that's something that your wife does. ¿Tú me entiendes? That they're angry, they're emotional, and they're ready to argue, and you're not ready to argue, so they catch you off guard. Y tú te quedas como que puñeta. Now I gotta match that energy. I didn't know that this was gonna happen, and and even though I knew that there was some looming problem, I couldn't pinpoint it. And that's what she does in these camera action. Just like, it's all for the cameras. I don't feel like it's a legit conversation. I would feel more comfortable if AOC or La came on here and she was like, listen, I sent all of this information to CVS. And next week they're gonna be testifying, and I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna ask them these questions. And I sent them the questions that I am going to ask them para que ellos me puedan dar respuesta que valgan la pena, so that they can answer to us with what the fuck they're doing with our money and how they have this monopoly cash grab on vaccines and medicine. And oh my God, they're controlling so much. They're creating the problem. They're solving the problem. It's the same old fucking story. ¿Qué podemos hacer? That's not how it's presented. It's presented as, CVS send one of their morons, one of their CEOs that they're willing to hang to fry. They're sacrificing a lamb. Corporations do this. They will sacrifice a lamb. They'll put him in front, and he'll look like the moron, and the corporation continues to do lo que le dé la fucking gana. That's what's happening. Why don't we change that? Hey, here it is. This is the email that I'm sending these people. These are the questions. Now us, the public, we're also informed on what she's going to say, what she's going to ask. La conversación cambia drásticamente. It's a big, what the fuck if you don't answer these questions appropriately? What the fuck if you don't change the way that you do your business? Ahí es que podemos hacer algún cambio. And granted, I started talking about Bruno Mars. Te diste cuenta como la mente de uno. This is how your mind has to work nowadays, because there's so many fucking things going on at once. Don't give a fuck about Bruno Mars. Care a little bit about J-Lo. Love Benito. What the fuck, AOC? When are we actually going to do something that matters? And I'm sorry. I don't mean to speak out of term. And, you use hyperbolic words. Y exagero un poquito. She's done shit. Of course she's done shit. She's out there. Pero we could always do better. Even I could do better. So this is me saying I wish we were actually doing more, because I'm getting old. I don't know how long I'm going to have this energy to keep on fighting, porque llega el momento que todos nos cansamos. It's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, let them do whatever they want to do, and I just want to have my house, pay my taxes, and fucking, go to the beach every fucking weekend. You get to that point. So I got to talk now before I want to hold my peace later on in life, porque me voy a cansar de esta pena. We're all going to get tired. Or die. You either you live long enough to become the villain, como dice la película. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to happen to her. I don't want that to happen to Puerto Rico in general, because está difícil la cosa. So yeah, Bruno Mars. We don't talk about Bruno porque he's not one of us. We need to talk more about the ones that are saying that they're one of us or pretending like they're one of us, and call them out when they're not acting like they're for us. De verdad, puñeta, ¿qué están haciendo?